Hello and welcome to another episode of Worst Collection Ever. This is the show where we tell you about the worst comic book collection in existence. And it just happens to belong to us. I'm Jen.
I'm Sean. Nurr. Welcome to Noises.
That's just an Australian saying no.
I know.
I'm sure there's some Australian listening to this being like, what the fuck's wrong with you people?
But
That's not how we sound, but it is.
Oh, wait, that's not how we... I see. I can't do...
That's why I just say nerd.
Voice. I can do classa. Get a little classa.
I don't know if I could do an Australian accent.
I can't do any accent.
I could do like a slight British one, but I don't think it would be any different from a Australian one, which would be incorrect.
Yeah.
Except for nerd.
Nerd. Oh, anyways, that's your what we were talking about. What was like? Didn't it was a couple weeks ago? We were talking about Alfred having a voice.
Oh yeah, he was gonna do a career like Frank Welker.
Yeah,
good for him.
Probably could do a better Australian voice than we can.
I'm gonna assume he probably could if he can. He can mimic Bruce. Apparently,
Here's Mr. Wayne as an Australian. Nerd. I'm Bruce. Whatever.
That's a knife.
That's a black. But see, I am.
Maybe accents aren't for you.
Me doing an Australian accent is just the equivalent of just running into a wall at full force.
It's pretty much
with no helmet.
Yep.
And just doing it over and over again.
Yep.
And it's awful.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, this week has been rather uneventful. I'm trying to think of some movie stuff we've come across, because it's a thing. Like, this year has been really light on movies for us.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot, but I did see that trailer. What was that movie? Where Hugh Grant is in it, and there's those two girls.
You said it to me. Text.
Oh yeah, I gotta figure out what that was called, because that looks pretty interesting. I don't know what it's coming. Yeah, that might be it actually.
No, maybe it's not. It's got something. It's got
Believers?
No, that's a different thing. You find that out.
I'm looking
because it's in there.
Heretic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
That looks like it might be cool.
Yeah, well, it's Hugh Grant
being sinister,
being an older sinister dude, which I'm down for, and it's got this premise where just what you could tell from the trailer is that there's a couple of girls who are missionaries, and they go to his house, and he's like, "Hey, come on in," and they're like, "Well, we can't really be there without like a woman present." He's like, "My wife's somewhere."
Yeah, my wife's here. She's making a blueberry pie. And then they go in and they realize that there's no wife and there's no blueberry pie. And he like puts them in a maze or something.
Maybe there's a pie at the end.
Oh, there might be a pie at the end.
I hope it's like Chekhov's pie and it comes back.
Yeah, it has to.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
That does look kind of cool.
I mean, I say said it for a lot of movies and I never go see them.
We see a lot of stuff, but we just haven't recently. I don't know why.
It's because, I don't know. When was the last thing we saw? Was it the Crow? The Crow remake? Or the Crow whatever?
It might have been. That was on my birthday.
Yeah, it was your birthday. So I feel like that's accurate.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, maybe I don't know. There's some stuff that's definitely I feel like maybe we should go see Wolverine and Deadpool.
We will probably see that.
I think we should see that because I feel like that's a safe bet for a comic book movie.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to see Maxine too, but we haven't seen Pearl yet. So
Pearl's on Prime, so we should watch that because I want to watch the kill count for that too.
Mm-hmm. We gotta
I want to get around to
asses.
watching that because we saw X in the theater like a long time ago.
We did, yeah.
And Maxine eventually we'll go see, and also what was the other one? In A Violent Nature. With the Jason guy, and it's from his perspective.
Oh, that's right. I did want to see that, but I think it was only playing in like one theater or something crazy.
No, it was playing over near us.
Oh, was it? That's right.
But we're just again, it's just a thing where we're too lazy.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't watch enough movies to even like the stuff that lately because there's sometimes I'll get into like this phase where I'll just like watch a lot of movies, and then I'll just watch like one thing after another. Just fuck it,
Yeah.
But then sometimes I just don't watch anything. And I've got like I bought some DVDs of Vinegar Syndrome.
Which we still have to watch.
Yeah, because I watched some of those. No, actually I watched some of those two, the ones I got, there was one that I got had 2 movies on it.
Mm-hmm.
It was called, one was called Maya.
Okay.
And the other was called Spectre.
Oh,
Spectres.
okay. Yeah.
And Spectres has Donald Pleasance in it.
Mm-hmm.
And he just, because there was a phase in Donald Pleasance's career, towards the end of his career, where he would just be in any movie you wanted to.
Nice.
He would just do any Italian movie. He would just show up.
I mean, it's kind of great.
It's kind of great.
You're hanging out in Italy, getting paid.
There's a movie I watched. There's like a shitty giallo one where he literally is there just to eat spaghetti at a Wendy's. Nice. Because in Italy, you can go to a Wendy's and they have a lunch buffet and you can just get spaghetti. He just gets like a plate of plain spaghetti.
Like buttered spaghetti?
No, I don't know. I don't think there's butter. I don't know what's on it. He just has a plate of plain spaghetti. He's just like,
it's got to have something on it to stick together.
Well, maybe. I don't know. It just he got a plate of spaghetti. And he's at a Wendy's. It's really
considering
weird.
I've never been to Italy, I will take this at face value and believe that this is true. That there are buffets full of spaghetti at Italian Wendy's.
You go in there and you're just like, I heard they got good spaghetti here. I can't find good spaghetti in Italy.
Nobody said anything about good. You just said there was spaghetti.
That's true. There was noodle-like substances. It might have been Play-Doh for all I know.
Probably was, to be honest.
Donald Pleasance eats Play-Doh in the giallo, Nothing Underneath, which is about twins.
And twins. We need to watch the Scanner Cop one.
Yes, I got that. That's actually really exciting because we've just a commentary on that.
And you got me the Prophecy, the three-pack. The 3-pack Prophecy. I love that prophecy. Movie.
4K. We got a 4K TV.
I gotta watch that.
You'll just get blown away watching the Prophecy.
I will. I wonder if I'll be able to see, like, I'm assuming that must be a piece that Christopher Walken is wearing.
You can see Glenn Danzig get killed in 4K.
That's right. He's in that third one, isn't he?
That's the second one.
It's the second one?
The second one, yeah.
Oh, shit. I got to watch that again. Yeah. I could probably recite the first one. I love the first one.
That's a movie that flew under my radar. I was never...
no, not me.
yeah, I guess not for you.
Shock. Here I am sitting watching The Craft, The Crow, and The Prophecy just like on fucking repeat for like 7 years.
That's pretty much your aesthetic right there.
100%.
That's pretty much just, if you in a nutshell, those 3 movies.
Those 3 movies, and then you have to throw, like, Practical Magic would show up every once in a while. And then you have to throw in Typo Negative's Love You to Death video.
Okay.
And that is literally my entire personality till I was about 25.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it sounds right.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah, but I watched that. And then there was the one called Maya. It's by the same director. I forgot what his name is. It's an Italian guy that only didn't do a ton of movies.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it's Vinegar Syndrome. Sort of like, man, this is an incredible movie. Must get it on preserved. Sometimes they're pretty good. Sometimes they're really bad.
For me, Vinegar Syndrome is hit and miss. I think what they do is awesome, and their mission is cool. But sometimes I'll be like, wow, this looks really great, and I'll watch it and be like, this is a piece of trash.
Well,
but that's just me and my very discerning tastes.
Yeah, you are the one who owns Practical Magic on DVD.
I sure do.
They Vinegar Syndrome. Until they restore that,
they're dead to me until they restore that.
But the other one was called Maya, and it was based on dude who gets killed in. It's basically like Italians in Mexico.
Okay.
You got like these really sad expats just living there. It's like,
why are they sad?
Because they're leading sad lives.
Oh,
one guy owns a bar. And he sells fresh hot fish, and or whatever. He's got a thing, and his wife is going around fucking dudes. And then one time he's like, "I love you, my wife. Come meet me for
hot fish,
and a cake."
Ew!
And
like together.
Well, I don't know. The hot fish was in the vicinity, but there was the cake.
Oh, I didn't know. I was thinking, is it like a layer of cake on the bottom and the hot fish in between, and then there's a layer of cake on top?
That's extreme, man. That's
disgusting.
If that's you'd have to. That's like a rating of television you can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Or movies you can't even imagine.
Yeah.
But
waitress more butter.
Waitress more butter in my layered fish cake.
Gross.
Yeah, we made his wife a sheet cake, and then his wife went out and like fucked some dude, and then she got killed by
hot fish.
No, No, but then she got murdered or something happened, and this guy had a fucking meltdown and just starts smashing the cake.
Nice.
Yeah, it gets kind of sad.
Remember that movie we watched where that woman made her husband, who I believe was Arnold, a cake,
Raw Deal,
and it said shit on it, and then I made it for you for your birthday.
Yeah, nobody, and I told it to one of my people, to some of my coworkers, was like, I don't understand, why is that funny? I'm like,
it's hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious. It was a 2020 cake.
I believe it was a 2020 cake.
And she throws it against the wall in that movie.
She does. No, I did not, because I didn't want to have to clean it up. So.
Don't waste that cake.
If there was like a PA around or whatever to clean that shit up, yeah, sure. But I have to clean it up if I throw it against a wall.
Call TaskRabbit to come clean up this wall. I threw a cake at a wall. I need someone to clean it up.
Why'd you do it? Well, because it was in a movie, you see.
You see, I was recreating a scene from the
Raw Deal.
From the C tier level of Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Raw Deal. Not a bad movie.
It's not actually. It's not a bad movie.
C tier is pretty good for Arnold Schwarzenegger 80s movies.
Yeah. He ends up at like a junkyard at the end of that.
Yeah, because he's like a guy who's like, he's like a sheriff in a town. I was always on the thing where it's like, yeah, I'm a sheriff. I am an American man. Look at me. I am eating hot dog.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's never eaten a hot dog.
He's
kidding?
He's never been in the vicinity of a hot dog.
I was going to say,
get that out of here.
He has a restraining order. They can't come within 500 yards of him.
I call the cops. I call the cops on you for this hot dog.
He's walking through a Ralph's.
Get them out of here. It's me, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm in a Ralph's.
He's calling the cops because there's a fucking display of Oscar Mayer.
You know what I would do if Arnold Schwarzenegger was in a Ralph's? I would break an Arnold Schwarzenegger's car and I would put it in one of those brown collections they have. They would sell.
Brown collection.
Remember how when you go to Ralph's?
Oh, yes.
And they would just put like whatever was left over from the day that was fried that nobody wanted to eat.
You really wanted to eat one of those. And I'm glad.
I think I did once.
I think you did before we moved, because there was the Ralph's when we lived up in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
They had like, at the deli where they'd have like the fried randomness.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they'd just throw a bunch of shit into a plastic container and they would sell it.
Yeah.
And you never knew what was going to be in it, but it was always brown.
It was always brown. It was always fried.
Yeah. Potato skins and some fucking chicken and I don't know what else.
Yeah, they have like 3 potato skins.
It would be like three potato wedges, like a chicken leg.
And a pizza log.
Yeah, like a pizza log and maybe an egg roll. Like it would all be in the same container.
3/4 of a drumstick.
And I think it was like $6 or something stupid.
Yeah, that is my meal.
Oh, man.
That's what I eat to get popped up.
Arnold Schwarzenegger would be really upset if you threw that in his car.
Actually, I was going to send me by. It's like, put it down.
Honestly, I'm really upset that I remember that those exist.
Yeah, when I think of Ralph's, I kind of put that together.
Yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I feel it was only at that North Hollywood.
It was too, because I never saw it at any other Ralph.
I feel like the other Ralphs were too classy for that, but North 100%. Hollywood, all bets are off, man.
Oh yeah, it's fucking North Hollywood, man.
Superman Radio Revisited, hosted by Matthew T. Cody. This is going to be a new podcast which will be exploring the Superman radio show of the 1940s. It will begin by playing an episode unfiltered, unedited, uncensored, uncut, followed by my commentary. We're going to talk about the era a little bit and any interesting things that crop up in the episodes. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm hoping to make it an interactive show. So come along. It's going to be a great time.
Do you want to read a book?
Yeah, what are we reading?
Well, we're continuing with our Daredevil book, the Marked for Death storyline that isn't really a storyline. But
correct. It is, but it isn't.
But they just put it in a trade called Marked for Death.
Yeah.
And I assumed it was a storyline, but it's not.
Yeah.
But it also is.
I mean, it is, but it isn't.
But this one is Daredevil number 161 from November 1979. He is in a pickle here.
Oh, yes.
On this cover because Daredevil the man without fear. He is on a roller coaster, getting kicked in the face by Bullseye. A roller coaster is somehow the way it's drawn looks like it's going like straight up. It's very.
Oh, it does.
It's a very dizzying way of looking at it.
Yeah.
And while that's happening, Black Widow is tied up on the tracks.
Yes, like a
damsel in distress.
Damsel in distress. This is very silent movie villain.
Yeah, this is. I would expect this sort of thing from the Marvel villain Turner D. Century.
Is that a guy?
Yes.
Turner D. Century?
Yeah, he was a dude that was like really into like being like a hipster.
Oh,
from the Turn of the Century guys, and it's like, this is like in the 80s.
Uh-huh.
And he rode like a unicycle and shit, and he had he had like a like one of those curly mustaches and a hat.
Uh-huh.
And he would occasionally fight Spider-Woman, the Jessica Drew Spider-Woman. And then one day he got shot by the Scourge, and I don't think he ever came back.
That sounds like one of the guys that I would really hate. Who's that Superman guy that I can't fucking stand?
Oh, wait, not Zardoz.
Nope.
Terra Man.
Yes. Oh, I hate him. That kind of makes me feel like that.
Turn of the Century is basically Zardoz, but with a hat.
God damn it.
So we all know, we know how bad that could be.
Ugh.
But thankfully, Turn of the Century's on this. We just got Daredevil and Bullseye. It's a party, and we start off. So the story itself is called "To Dare the Devil." Yes, very clever title by Roger McKenzie and Frank Miller. We are picking up though because Daredevil. We left off last week. Daredevil found out that he has to. He found out that Black Widow's been taken by Bullseye. Yes. And he's shook down.
Yeah, because where we ended last week is he had gone into a bar to try to get some information. Then he got into a big old bar fight. And I guess one of the guys where we pick up here is running to tell Slaughter, I think his name is.
Yeah, Mr. Slaughter.
Mr. Slaughter about Daredevil. That's where we pick this up.
So we're actually in
Coney Island.
Coney Island, which we're taking the D train.
Are we taking the D train?
We're taking the D train. Sadly, not to Brighton Beach.
Oh.
The one thing I've wanted to do when visiting New York, I want to take the D train to Brighton Beach.
Really?
Because it's in that one song by Typo Negative.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, is that something that's like on your list of things to do?
I don't know. Peter Steele did it.
Yeah, Peter Steele lived on Long Island, though.
Did he? I thought he was a Brooklyn guy.
Oh, he might have. I'm pretty sure he's actually buried on Long Island.
Oh, okay.
I think there's like a tree.
Yeah, there's a tree deal. He's got like an arbor thing going on.
Yeah, because he used to work for the Park Service.
He did.
Which is like my favorite fact about Peter Steele.
He's just like, I imagine Peter Steele was around because he's so tall. He would just fix branches by just reaching up and.
I mean, I assume so. Could you just imagine you're just like walking through like a nature preserve and I don't know, you need help for some reason and you go up to the ranger's car and then Peter Steele gets out and he's like 800 feet tall and you're like, oh shit, it's Bigfoot, but like shaved.
Oh no, but Bigfoot, but he just left the hair on top of his head.
Yeah,
really
he's
long.
shaved. Now he's in a band.
Now he's playing sick bass.
He's like, I want to be in a band.
Oh no, Mark Ranger, a bear is chasing me. Okay, I'll come out and fight this bear for you. I'm Peter Steele.
Anyway, D-Train.
Hey, you know what? Any chance I get talked about Peter Steele on the D-Train?
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna do it. So anyways, this goof from before who got punched in the face a bunch, so he's got like a lisp. And we're like, we got to write everything with this lisp. Frank, well, that's not Frank Miller. He's the artist here.
Yes.
So Roger McKenzie, whoever it is like, they're just like, yeah, make this. We're gonna do this lisp. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
So this guy's like running around. He's like, hey, Daredevil's chasing me, and
we got to do something. And he's like, you know, he jumped me at the bar and blah blah blah. He's like, yeah, but you coming here led him right here.
Yeah, he read here, and and Daredevil's like, hey, don't hit your, because the guy smacks this dude smacks the goon, and Daredevil's like, hey, don't hit your goons, and this guy's like, my business is Daredevil, or my business Daredevil is murder.
Yeah.
Yours. And then Daredevil proceeds to kick a bunch of dudes' asses.
As he does.
He does like the horny bonk, a horny on main bonk. He kind of hits a dude with his his billy club.
Oh yeah,
he's got the that bonk, whatever it is, with the stick.
Yeah,
but he hears like this Space Needle kind of machine. It's like this giant tower.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Tower of Terror, but it's also enclosed.
It looks like a whole
I honestly,
situation.
Yeah,
here.
it looks like one of those rotating restaurants or like the top of the Seattle Space Needle, maybe.
Yeah. It's really big.
It's huge, and it is enclosed because usually when you see them, it's just like a bunch of people with their legs dangling off the side, and then they get dropped, which I would never go on that.
I've done something similar.
Why?
I don't know, because I was in Cedar Point.
Oh, no. I can't even watch movies with like heights in it anymore. I get all creeped out.
Well, we were watching, what was it, the Paul Blart movie the other day, and he's doing like a zip line.
No, he was doing a zip line between the Wynn and the Encore casinos. They got stuck halfway. And it really upset me, actually. I don't like that. I was like, oh, how old am I now that I like can't even stomach like Paul Blart?
He's an imaginary man. He's not real.
This imaginary man hanging between two gigantic buildings without my stomach just dropping out of my asshole.
Right. So Daredevil starts climbing up this, but the goons are everywhere and they're shooting at him, somehow missing him.
Because he's so good.
He's so good.
That's how good he is.
He knows when those bullets are coming. He's able to dodge these bullets, and he does like this really sick jump off of like the ladder. Like it's like
I like the way that they drew this too.
Yeah,
because the restaurant thing is coming down towards him, so he has to jump off of this before he gets a restaurant in the head. So he does, and he like jumps off, and he uses his club to like latch onto the Ferris wheel, I think.
Yeah.
But the way they draw it is like you see him on.
You see like the different steps of it.
Yeah, so it's like one of them is like solid regular Daredevil, and then like two of them are action shots where it's like he's pink.
Yeah, it's like the.
And then the last one is red. I just think it's cool when they do stuff.
No, it's great. It's actually really cool. This is prime. This is really when Daredevil started getting over.
Mm-hmm.
He was already over,
right?
But he was getting like more over, because of this run.
Yeah.
And so Bullseye comes over the speaker. He's like, "Yeah, I've got your Black Widow. Yeah,
you got to get her because here we are on this roller coaster, and she's tied to the tracks, and I'm gonna twirl my mustache because that's
turn of the century up here."
Exactly. Bullseye is fully expecting Daredevil to go after Natasha, but he doesn't, and so she gets hit. But
this whole time this is wild because somehow it's a little bit confusing reading it because. He jumps from like this tilt-a-whirl thing, onto the cars, somehow onto these cars, the roller coaster cars, and there's goons everywhere there. He kicks one dude off of them, like these dudes are dead. It's on its way, and he out of nowhere he just kind of like leaves.
Yeah.
And the goes like, "Hey, he's leaving, what's he's doing? He must be yellow." The cart hits Black Widow, and it's not her.
It's not her. It is a doll.
It is a a Black Widow real doll.
Yes, I just like how much time has passed that Bullseye's had the time to. You see, she's like stitched together.
Yeah,
to stitch together a life-size Natasha doll and then put a wig on it.
Yeah.
And then put it in her clothing.
He had to find that perfect wig.
He did. He had to go find the right wig. He didn't want it looking like Mara in fucking Aquaman. He wanted it to look like a real red wig. He didn't want to shake and go. He wanted the real fucking thing.
He wanted the real thing, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, you got Key and Peele to do those wigs.
100%. He's like, this wig is good enough to be on Drag Race. Like, this is a wig.
But he's got like the perfect like dimensions and like the outfit and everything. But the thing is that, Daredevil, he's got super senses. So he got close enough where he's like, it don't smell like Natasha.
Or probably I can't hear a heartbeat.
Or can't hear a heartbeat. Or that wig ain't real. Or that hair ain't real. That I could sense a wig from whatever from miles.
I could tell when that wig is cheap.
Yeah, he's spotting toupees on the street and everything.
Oh, absolutely.
That's his power. Once
his power is toupee spotting.
Toupee spotter. Yeah.
It's like look at that rug.
Anti-rug man. It's Daredevil. This is in his on his days off.
Yeah.
Bullseye and Natasha, Black Widow, they're in the arcade somewhere. Now there's just dudes throwing knives at her.
I do know. So there's this one guy.
Yeah.
I don't know where this man came from. I don't know if he has a name.
You know what he looks like? He looks like the new Superman guy with the hair.
Oh, he absolutely does, with that like fucking cat on his head or whatever.
He also actually for comic book fan, for Marvel comic book fans, he looks like the Beyonder in Secret Wars 2. He has like this sick vest on, but he's also got like this nice curly black hair.
He looks like my uncle in the 70s.
Yeah, right.
I'm not even shitting you. He absolutely looks like my uncle in the 70s. He's really big and tall with a huge fucking head of curly ass hair, wearing giant glasses and like some slick ass outfit. It's kind of disturbing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this dude's throwing knives at her, and we'll get back to them in a second because now we just have a quick aside where Ben Urich is on the hunt for info about Daredevil and Matt Murdock, and he ends up going to the gym where Matt Murdock, his father,
where his dad used to box.
Matlin Jack Murdock, and there's a janitor there. It's just like, yeah, well, this is basically, what happened to his father. Matt Murdock's father
was always telling him to study and make something of himself, but all the kids in the neighborhood made fun of him, and he had a nickname, and he's like, was it Daredevil?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, how'd you know? And he's like, oh, what a great hunch of mine. But
yeah, but
this guy knows what's up.
We also learned too, like Jack Murdock, they wanted him to take a dive, and he said no, so he got gunned down.
Man, it can't be that serious.
It must have been, man. That was boxing in the 40s, man, or whatever that was going on. That was no joke.
Jesus, apparently not.
Everybody be dying about boxing.
Yeah, apparently.
Probably wrestling too.
Oh yeah.
If his father was a
Vince McMahon would have loved living there during those times because he really could have had wrestlers killed.
Daredevil finds his way back. This big guy with the curly hair is just chucking the knives, man. He because Daredevil's on his way in. He's like, no, I'm gonna throw these knives. And he's not really doing a good job because he keeps missing. But and you have Bullseye right there who can literally hit anything.
Yeah, and Bullseye's just not doing anything.
Natasha finds a way to like use the knives and use her positioning to to basically
break the ropes.
Yeah.
And free herself so now she can start kicking ass and taking names.
She gives this dude she has actually this really cool fight because she's doing this really cool she does a really cool karate chop to the one dude's throat, and then she gives him a polar bear elbow, just a straight 10 to midnight elbow strike.
Nice.
Right on the back of this guy's neck. It's fucking sick.
Yeah.
She's about to get had by Bullseye, but then Daredevil finally shows up. Daredevil's like, this shit's personal, man. You're messing with my girl. You're being a real asshole. I'm gonna kick the shit out of you.
Right.
Yeah, and as this is happening, Natasha's watching him, watching Daredevil beat the shit out of Bullseye.
And she's like, oh, he's a different man now.
Yes.
He's not the Matt I remember.
He's an angry, angry man.
Yes.
But eventually, Bullseye gets a hold of some baseballs.
Yeah.
Which is always fun.
Well, Bullseye's also having like an existential crisis as this is going on because he's trying to get Daredevil, but Daredevil's not giving up. And he's throwing the baseballs at him, and Daredevil's still fighting back or whatever. And he's like, why won't he give up?
Yeah, it gets really rowdy because they're fighting in this arcade. Daredevil smashes Bullseye's head into a fucking pinball machine.
I honestly thought he was dead at that point because he literally takes his head and he fucking palms it like a basketball and he smashes it through the glass.
Yeah.
And that's pretty fucking intense.
Bullseye gets a hold of a gun and Matt calls his bluff.
Yeah, and he's basically having some sort of break, mental break at this point.
Yeah.
Where he's just he's not giving up. Oh my God. Which is very odd for me. I guess I don't know enough about the Bullseye character.
I was surprised by this ending because I thought he would just be like, oh, fuck this. I'm getting out of here.
I thought he was going to knock him unconscious, probably with the head through the old pinball machine there.
I mean, the head through a pinball machine should pretty much do anybody in.
Yeah, that's really a finisher.
That's a finisher, man.
Yeah, that's a finisher.
That's when your night is over.
Oh,
when the pinball head goes through a pinball machine, you are done.
So he basically defeats him through mental break.
He defeats him through inadequacy and anxiety.
Yeah, I guess that's it. He just triggers it in Bullseye. So he just sits there and shakes, and then Daredevil's like, "Hey, the rest of you, we're just fucking leaving and no one's going to stop me."
Well, before that, Bullseye's like, hey, kill Daredevil for me. And the old guy's like,
nah,
you know what?
We're
not going to kill Daredevil because
I respect him for fighting or whatever. I respect him
for kicking your ass. Also, you're like a weird dude, and I don't trust you to give me the money for my goons. So
I didn't realize there was a money exchange here.
At the beginning, that's the whole reason why this happened.
That's right.
Bullseye put the hit out at him, and he went to this old dude and was like, "Hey, help me kill Daredevil. I'll give you money." And this guy's like,
"You never intended to give me money."
He's like, "You know what? You're full of shit. Yeah. Whatever." And so Daredevil apprehends him, and this is what he's like. And he's like, "We're getting out of here." And old guy, fuck you.
Yeah.
And the old guy's like, "We're gonna meet again." And he's like, maybe not.
Right.
Maybe not. Whatever. That's how it ends.
Yeah.
Real quick, there's one more piece here, but Blind Alley. I don't know if this is the actual title of the story, but Blind Alley, a classic confrontation between man and monster as Daredevil faces the Hulk.
Oh, here it is. The finally the teasing of the Hulk will come to fruition.
It will. We're gonna see it. But we also the last thing here in the story is just a quick little look into Daredevil's Billy Club.
Yeah. And how it works and stuff.
How it works, because basically it's like, oh, this is like a walking cane, but I can make make the curved part straight and then also make it curved again.
Yeah. And
then the other half of it, it's like steel reinforced wood, so I can like hit dudes with that. And then I can also have a hook. So because apparently this whatever cable in this curved part can just shoot out and allows him to swing everywhere with no matter where he puts it.
Sure.
However he hits it, it's fucking spot on every time.
It's magic.
But I also like the way it ends. It's just like, he's like, and look at me, it fits in my pants too.
Yeah. It's like, didn't they call it like an elegant?
Dee Dee's costume features a leg holster, which he stores both sections of this elegant weapon.
Yes.
It's kind of like he's showing off like pantyhose or something. It's like, look, no runs.
Yeah, no, I mean, like literally, this is like leggings with pockets. It's like, oh, and it's got a pocket for your phone, which is very important. I won't buy leggings that don't have a pocket for my phone.
It has a pocket for Daredevil's phone. He just puts a whole rotary phone in there.
Yeah.
That's how good.
Back in the day. It's a pay phone.
It's like he puts a whole pay phone. It's like Benny back in the day when he used to wear the Jinkos.
Oh, yeah.
And Benny would walk around, put like an entire yearbook in his back pocket.
So when I was in college, we ran into the guy I used to date in high school, and he had switched to wearing Jinkos.
As you do.
As you do, because it was, 2000 at this point? And I remember he had probably about 27 CDs in one pocket.
Oh, Benny did that too.
Yeah. It was just pocket full of CDs.
And he didn't have them in cases, did he?
Oh, no, they were in cases.
Oh, Benny
had the fucking cases.
Wow.
Yeah.
Benny raw dogged those CDs into a stack.
No, because then you can't listen to them.
Well, I don't know. Benny would just walk up and be like, listen to this CD. It's like, Benny, it's scratched because it's in your pocket.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You want to be able to actually listen to it. Therefore,
and
it is
they're
not
sitting by your scrotum.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm talking like those pants held everything.
They do hold everything.
Yeah. It was
Unfortunately,
amazing.
the drawback of it is that you're wearing Jinko pants.
Yeah, and you can't see your feet. You have no feet.
Yeah, I never was that wild.
No, I never got into that either.
I can never do that. Actually, I used to wear like a lot of like just random ass dress pants. But like I guess khaki pants.
Sure.
But like, and I didn't really wear jeans a ton.
Oh, I wore jeans. I wore black jeans, but they were men's.
Yeah.
Because they had bigger pockets because I needed somewhere to put my wallet chain.
Yep. I did the wallet chain too.
Oh yeah. I had a blue sparkly, so it was literally like a bright blue glitter wallet attached to a wallet chain.
I'm trying to remember the day where I said no to the wallet chain.
I don't remember exactly when that happened.
Like, when did that happen? When there was like the one day I was like, you know what? I'm not putting this on.
I think mine happened, and I don't remember exactly when, but I found like the perfect goth purse, which was actually just a makeup bag, but it was one of those rigid ones that looked like a box.
Yeah.
And it was black, and it had a silver handle, and that became my purse, which I fucking loved that thing. So that's when I stopped wearing the wallet chain, but I kept the wallet in the goth purse thing. I loved that fucking thing. Damn, I missed that thing. Where did I put that thing? I don't know. I got rid of it, but I really loved it.
Where's Jen's purse?
Yeah, somebody find that stupid makeup thing. I'm sure it's in a landfill by now because I gave it to Goodwill and I'm sure no one else bought it.
So, anyways.
Anyway.
Daredevil, number 161 from November 1979.
Yes.
So we're going to hang out the Hulk next.
Apparently, he's going to show up.
We're not done yet.
Oh, no.
We're not done yet. So it's going to be kind of fun seeing what Matt Matt Murdock and the Hulk do.
I'm going to guess nothing.
Probably nothing. It's probably going to be like Hulk being like, Hulk don't like being in this alley, or whatever. Hulk doesn't like New York, and Daredevil's like, I'm going to kick you in the face. And he's like, get away from me, horned man, and then that's how that ends.
Yeah, probably. Hulk smash.
Anyways, I forgot to give the stuff out at the beginning of the show, but whatever. Yeah. worstcollectionever@gmail.com. You can find us. That's our email address. Please send us messages. Worst Collection Ever on Facebook. And you can find myself on Twitter and Instagram at Angry Hero Sean.
And I'm at Jen Stansfield on whatever the fuck you're looking at.
Yeah, Threads. Find us on Threads. I post stuff on Threads.
Oh, Threads.
So I'm doing that. Kind of dealing with it. And please rate and review the podcast anywhere you get the show. Please tell your folks. Tell your parents about this show. Yeah, tell
your parents about this show. I'm sure they're going to really love it.
When you go and visit your parents, if you're above a certain age and you're going to visit your parents and go to visit in-laws, tell them about this podcast you listen to.
Yeah, especially if they're like my parents' age, I'm sure they would love it.
Tell them first of all, tell them what a podcast is.
Yeah, explain to them how they can find a podcast.
And if you can get past that part, tell them about the show. But then also, Worst Collection Ever. You can find us on
YouTube.
Yes, YouTube. The Worst Collection Ever playlist on YouTube. Angry Hero 79 is my YouTube channel. That's where you can get started and look for that playlist. And you should just be able to maybe subscribe to that playlist and you get the new episodes every week on YouTube. So that's very, very cool.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to do it for this week.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, folks, and we'll talk to you again next time.
Bye.